This is Hayes Q Jones, your DVD and Blu-ray baller on a budget, and this is HQ Videos for you. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please like, share, subscribe. If you're a current subscriber, you know the routine. You're greatly welcome. Come on in, make yourself at home. This week takes me to Dollar General. Got some nice pickups here. Have my classic pick for the week as well as my 3D pick. Also, if you like collection videos, check out my upcoming video this Saturday for Digibooks. I'll show you my collection of Digibooks. Very cool stuff. But before I get into all that, not only do I collect movies, yes, I'm one of these weird, wild individuals. I actually watch them. And on a weekly basis, I like to share some of the things I've watched, either streaming, live in the theater with my family, or physical media. And I'm going to kick it off with some physical media I actually haven't showed you guys yet, though. This is the 2016 horror, The Veil. This was directed by Philip Johnau, written by Robert Van Grant, starring Jessica Alba, Tom Jane, Lily Rabe, Aleska Palladino, Shannon Marie Woodward. And this is loosely based, this fiction was loosely based on the Jim Jones story, where you have this self-proclaimed messiah who, lack of a better word, creates a cult. And they go back 20 years after the event actually happened, and there's a survivor, and they go back to the location where the cult activities began to kind of see what really happened. And I hate giving spoilers. I don't get too much into the plot though, but very cool. Never heard of this horror. I actually saw this movie on a trailer of another Kino Lorber movie. So that's why I actually found about this. Very cool cult-like horror picture. If you like that kind of cult, Jim Jones with supernatural kind of dashed in, you'll like The Veil. My next picture is a 2008 crime thriller out of Australia, The Horseman. This is directed by Steve Castrososis. I'm probably killing that guy's name. He also wrote this. This starring Peter Marshall, Caroline Mulhasey, Brad McMurray, Jack Henry, Christopher Summers. And this is a vengeance movie. Something very heinous has happened to this man's family member, and he pretty much goes after everyone involved. And again, I don't give too much detail on that. There's one scene that is quite memorable. I've never seen anybody do this to a guy. It involves an air pump and a needle. Let your mind do the imagination. That made me kind of like, ugh. Yeah, I kind of had to jump back and touch myself for a second. Low budget though, but very intense crime thriller. Again, if you like that vengeance kind of I spit on your grave type of movie, this is your movie, The Horseman. My next pick is a classic. We actually picked this out for my son. He saw a trailer. I was like, that looks interesting. This is the 2007 crime drama. I don't know why they put music in there, but crime drama thriller western, No Country for Old Men. Directed, produced, and written by Joel Coen of the Coen brothers. I've talked about them before. Raising Arizona, Miller's Creek, Fargo. This is one of the better movies. Starring Tommy Lee Jones, Javier Bardem, who plays an excellent psycho, Josh Brolin, Woody Harrelson, who I forgot was in here, and Kelly MacDonald. Again, don't want to get into too much details. Josh Brolin kind of rose up on a substantial amount of money, and he finds himself in peril trying to keep the money and keep away from the person who actually owns the money. And it goes into there. Very Coen-esque. You have very over-the-top characters that borderline humorous. So, well, they are humorous. So, but if you know Coen, is very unique characters and very unique situations. Don't particularly care for the ending though, but majority of the movie spot on. You like that kind of Coen-esque type of movie, thriller, little violence and quirkiness in. No Country for Old Men, this is your movie. My last movie, very unique movie. This is the 2023 American biblical comedy drama film, The Book of Clarence. This was written and directed by Jeymin Samuel, starring Keith Stansfield, Omar Sy, R.J. Cyler, Anna Diop, David Oyelowo, and Michael Ward, who is Michelle, Michael. Michael. Anywho, it's so hard to describe this movie again without giving too much away. The best I can say is, for me, it was a compilation of several different movies. Take a dash of Scorsese's Last Temptation of Christ, a dash of the movie comedy Holy Moses with Richard Pryor and Dudley Moore, a little bit of Mel Brooks' History of the World, give it kind of a Ten Commandments, Cecil B. DeMille framework, add deadpan humor, which I think Lakeith Stansfield is excellent at, funky music track, little cannabis references here and there. In the middle, they have this really dope musical scene. I guess that's why they put a nice musical scene, really funky musical scene. Add two X-Men, and one of the coolest lines, they reference a line from the movie The Harder They Come, a line that Lakeith Stansfield actually did in that movie. And you have The Book of Clarence. Warning, I like to forewarn people, like last week with Wonka, the week before that, Wonka, if you don't like musicals, you won't like the new Wonka. If you don't like anything that is, for example, the Christ, if you don't like biblical references of the Christ having skin of bronze and hair of wool, you probably will freak out with this. If these things offend you, any kind of parodies on religion, don't watch this. Very humorous scenes, very intense scenes. Some where I was like a little uncomfortable though, but that was a part of the movie to make you feel uncomfortable at certain parts. So very clever, very unique movie. I'm more and more becoming a Lakeith Stanfield fan of his acting and the roles he chooses. So that's my take. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, have a drink, have a smoke, and I'll catch you on the other end of this video. We're back at the Black Cave. Back at the Black Cave. We are back at the motherfucking Black Cave. Have my Dollar General pickups here. Have my classic pick for the week as well as my 3D pickups and some other little something here. Give me a minute. Let me get these scanned in. We'll jump right into it. Hold on. We're going to jump into what I picked up at Dollar General. One thing about Dollar General, nothing there is $1. There was another movie I wanted to get. I want $10 for. I'm like, it's for Dollar General, not $10 General though. But anywho, for what was the price on this? $4.99. I picked up John Goodman in The Babe. After the baseball legend Babe Ruth. Haven't seen this though, but I do like John Goodman. I think he's a extraordinary actor. This is a Universal release. That's all I picked up from Dollar General. Next pickups are eBay and Amazon pickups. This one, let me get a better shot on this if I can. Very quirky, unique movie about nothing really. It's a bunch of people having coffee and cigarettes and having random conversations. You have Bill Murray in there. That's the RZA and the GZA from Wu-Tang. With Joie Lee, Spike Lee's sisters in it. So a lot of cameos in here. It's just unusual, just an unusual movie. I think that's what I like about its quirkiness and its unusualness. Coffee and cigarettes, just people having random conversations over coffee and cigarettes. My next pick, I talked about, I think last week or the week before last, as one of the weekly watches, Jim Carrey's Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. Very cute, family-oriented film. It's a Paramount release. Have a rather dry disc cover. Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events. My next pick is one of Disney's, I think, flops, really, though. I like it, though. I believe Roddy McDowall from Planet of the Apes is the voice of one of the robots there. It's a cute attempt of sci-fi in Disney. I think one of the first attempts here. One thing also I've noticed with these anniversary editions or the Disney Blu-ray exclusives, some of these are going out of print. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is. For example, Something Wicked This Way Comes. I think those discs are going like $40, $50 online. So again, I don't know what the rhyme or reason is why some of these are going out of print. Well, I'm assuming it's supply and demand, and some of these are not. So if you have some Disney or any movies that you have your eye on, older movies, you might want to pick it up sooner than later. My next pick, Little Nicky, Adam Sandler. If you're not an Adam Sandler, either you like Adam Sandler or you don't. I don't think there's any middle of the road. I just kind of have to be in the mood to watch Adam Sandler, especially when he's over the top like he is in Little Nicky. A lot different from Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore. He plays the devil's child, I believe. So Harvey Keitel's in it. Very quirky, very silly. So just kind of have to be in the mood to watch Little Nicky. And this is Screamer Shout Factory. I have my contacts in so I can't read. I'm assuming these are Scream. My contacts, I can't see anything close up. Next, Thursday. This is a Kino Lorber release, starring Thomas Jane, Mickey Rourke, and other people I'm really not that familiar with. Really quirky crime thriller with a little comedy, little sexual tension, well, little sex in there, but very interesting action thriller. Thursday. It's Kino Lorber, of course, has the unified Kino Lorber look, which I love. It looks fantastic on the shelf, in my opinion. Thursday. My classic pick for the week is a beautiful movie, Dexter Gordon's Round Midnight. This is essentially a man's, I don't say, well, borderline obsession, love with the talent of this tenor saxophone player who is, according to the story, one of the innovators or pioneers in his instrument and his musical genre, tenor saxophone. It's a very slow-moving film. If you watch the supplements, it's something considered a mood film. You have kind of a dark and a light to it, though, which is represented by one of the sets in the movie, and you have to watch the supplements to know exactly what I'm talking about. If you love jazz music, oh, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Buena Vista Social Club. That was a little more upbeat kind of Latin jazz. This is more kind of smooth, somber, sometimes upbeat jazz also. If you love jazz music, you definitely have to get this and listen to it in the best audio system you have. You'll definitely appreciate the movie that much more. Around midnight. My last pick is my 3D pick for the week, and I gotta end Black History off with somewhat of a bang. It's the Black Panther 2, Wakanda Forever. Watched this a few days ago with the wife in 3D. Beautiful picture. My opinion, Angela Bassett was robbed for Best Supporting Actress. If you watch her in this, watch Jamie Lee Curtis, and I like Jamie Lee Curtis from her Scream days to the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, which always escapes me now. It'll come to me later. I like her, but between the two actresses, I thought this was a better film. So this is my Dollar General pick. Give me a moment. Let me separate the plastic from the artwork. One or two of these might make the shelves and get you good people on your way. One moment. And the title I was thinking of, True Lives, with Jamie Lee Curtis and Arnold. Everything scanned into my CLZ Movies app. C is in coffees and cigarettes, L is in Little Nicky, Z is in Zulu Dawn. Let's knock this out. Everything laid out, ready to be put back in its proper place. As usual, I appreciate each and every one of you tuning in, leaving comments. If you made this far, smash a like, give me the big thumbs up. Hey, check out my video this Saturday, Digibooks. Yeah, Digibooks. So check out my video coming up this Saturday. Other than that, may the best of your past be the worst of your future. Go and be safe. Deuces.